The aviation industry is changing rapidly. The industry's smartest companies are innovating like never before. And Israel Aerospace Industries, a global leader in the development of general aviation aircraft using Siemens PLM software, is raising the bar for innovation and speed. The goal? A new business jet, the G150. The result was the launch of a new general aviation model in record time and a new bestseller in its class of business jets.
Typically for such a program, which is an upgrade or a major upgrade to an existing product, I would say it takes more than 3 years, 3.5 years to do it.
Announced in 2002, Iaigs G150 received certification from both CAII and the FAA 10 weeks earlier than planned, just 2.5 years from project launch.
First flight was in May, and the certification was in November that year. So that means 6 months from first flight. And immediately after that, we started to sell the aircraft. By the way, together with our partners, which is the Gulfstream Aerospace company, which they are doing the marketing and also the furnishing of the aircraft. And it's a success in the market. Using the PLM saved us months, I would say 5 months, maybe 6 months. This is a lot of money saved to the company. The old or traditional way of design, piling up the paperwork, took months and months and months. The new practice is to work in parallel. The team is combined. Engineers, production engineers, manufacturers, all the supply chain actually was brought together. It's an integrated product team. The team center allowed actually the environment outside of the design community to see all the product in parallel to the evolution of the product as part of the design. This process became a parallel process instead of an inline process, and that saved a lot of time. It took just a few months to build the aircraft, to put power, to test it, and to fly it. The good surprise was that when they all came together to the assembly line, it was just like playing Lego.
The G150 program established a new product development process as innovative as the aircraft itself, and the G150 is the fastest business jet in its class. Time to market and speed in the air are impressive, but the real test is customer experience and confidence. IAI developed the G150 so that maintenance could be minimized, and it is.
We had also some features that allowed us to simulate the accessibility and maintainability of the various systems of the aircraft. This aircraft is flying and it's never on the ground. It's so reliable and it's the best seller in its class.
Early access to design data and 3D models also allowed training to take place long before the jet was manufactured.
All the training documentation that they had to put together was actually pulled out from the same database, and they could proceed with their own manuals preparation, cruise training, simulators for pilots training. They took the cockpit from the digital mock-up and actually built it. So when the aircraft entered into service, it had already all the infrastructure to support the operators. They could train the pilots in a certified simulator. The technicians could be trained. They had the manuals, they had all the material because they could start very early in the development phase of the program.
Success of IAI's G150 program is the result of access to the right data at the right time to make the right decisions with speed and accuracy.
If you know that you can save time on assembly, give this time to the engineers to come up with a better product and then do it correctly in the first time. To make more iterations at the beginning of the process, when only a few people are working on the program and not spending a lot of money, and to come to the right configuration because you can switch things around very quickly. I can guess and roughly estimate that on the engineering effort and also on the production and pre-production activities, you can save over and above 30% of what you did before. The other side of the saving is that you don't have to fix things later. Everything is modeled. There's no room for improvisation. So when you come to build it and you assemble it, it will fit, it will save weight also, because you don't design for spares. The higher gross weight and the performance of the aircraft was better than the original aircraft. And I think a big contribution to that was using of the PLM and those advanced tools for the design and manufacturing. You can bring more people, more skills, and again save time at the end of the process. So all the allocation of resources, of the time schedule, the whole planning of the development phase of the program is changed if you using such a tool. We have this lesson and we are employing it in future programs.
With seamless integration of people, knowledge, and data by Siemens PLM software, IAI has achieved an industry best. And the launch of the G150 has enabled IAI to raise the bar in the industry for speed, performance, and comfort. Fast, non-stop coast-to-coast travel. A spacious cabin with stand-up and seated headroom, generous legroom, and ample aisle space. With the G150, the industry has a new benchmark against which all others will be judged.